Welcome back to The Explainer. Okay, let's dive right in, because honestly, there is just so much noise out there right now. If you're looking to become an AI engineer, it is incredibly easy to get completely overwhelmed by this giant tsunami of random buzzwords. But today, we're cutting through all that hype to bring you the actual, hype-free path from zero to AI engineer. No fluff, no shortcuts, just the true map of the territory. I'm going to guide you through exactly what you need to learn, and honestly, more importantly, the exact order you need to learn it in.
So here is your master map for the journey. We're going to tackle 4 sequential phases. 1. Foundations. 2. Core AI concepts. 3. Building real systems. And 4. Shipping it. Keep in mind, these build directly on top of each other, so you really can't skip ahead.
Let's kick things off right at the beginning with Phase 1, Foundations, the non-negotiable bedrock.
These 4 tools are absolutely fundamental. First up, you need Python. This is literally the language nearly everything in AI is built on. Second is Git, which is essential for version control, tracking your changes, collaborating with your team, and, most importantly, not losing all your hard work. Third, we've got SQL. This is completely critical for working with data, letting you query, filter, and join actual real-world data sets. And finally, the command line, or CLI. You absolutely have to know how to navigate and run scripts here so you're operating like a real engineer instead of just clicking around a graphical interface.
Now, listen to me on this one. If you skip this phase, everything else gets dramatically harder. I really can't emphasize this enough. It's super tempting to just jump straight into all the flashy AI tools, but these basics, they're genuinely not optional for the rest of this roadmap. If you don't have Python, Git, SQL, and CLI totally locked down, you're going to be constantly stumbling over basic engineering problems rather than solving the cool, complex AI problems.
All right, with that bedrock in place, we move into Phase 2, Core AI concepts, the actual AI foundation.
It is so easy to get confused here, but just think of these as nested circles. AI is the overarching goal. Machine learning, or ML, is just one approach to achieving that goal. And deep learning? That's one specific technique within that ML approach. Getting this conceptual hierarchy straight right out of the gate is absolutely essential.
Next up in your core concepts, we have embeddings. Think about it for a second. Computers don't actually understand words or concepts or feelings, right? They only understand numbers. Well, embeddings are exactly how a computer turns conceptual meaning into a numerical format that systems can actually process. It's basically this incredible translation layer between human meaning and machine math. It turns concepts into coordinates on a map so the computer can actually find them.
And once you've translated all that meaning into numbers, where do you put it? Well, that leads us directly to vector databases. A vector database is how those embedded numbers get stored and searched. But what makes it so insanely powerful is that it allows you to search by conceptual similarity, by the actual meaning of the data, rather than just doing an exact keyword match. This is, without a doubt, the secret sauce behind modern AI search and retrieval.
Moving right along to Phase 3, Building Real Systems. We are officially moving from theory to application.
Now we've got 4 essential building blocks for assembling real, functional AI applications. You're going to need to master APIs, specifically REST APIs. You'll need to understand LangChain, GraphParag, and finally, understand AI agents. Let's break down exactly what each of these powerful tools actually does for you in this build phase.
Starting off with APIs, and specifically REST. Quite simply, this is just how different pieces of software actually talk to each other. It's the standard communication method that most software components follow today. If you want your AI model to interact with literally any other system on the internet, you have to understand how to use and build REST APIs.
Next is LangChain. Because let's face it, an AI model just sitting completely by itself in a vacuum isn't really that useful for business applications. LangChain's role is to act as the bridge. It connects an isolated AI model to real external data and real-world tools. It's basically the framework that lets you start chaining together complex operations.
Now, what happens when your AI needs to know facts that occurred after it was trained? That is where RAG, or Retrieval Augmented Generation, steps in. This is a total game changer. It's the specific method we use to let an AI model answer questions using specific, current information, rather than just relying on whatever random facts it happened to memorize during its initial training. This is exactly how you build systems that actually know your specific company data. And rounding out the building phase, we've got AI agents. Instead of just writing a super rigid piece of code that follows one fixed script, AI agents are autonomous systems capable of making step-by-step decisions all by themselves. You just give the agent a goal and it decides on its own which steps it needs to take to achieve it. It is a massive leap forward in how we design software.
Finally, Phase 4, shipping it, making it real for the users. To run applications reliably for real users, you need serious infrastructure and deployment skills. You are going to have to conquer Docker, the cloud, CI/CD, and MLOps. These 4 pillars are exactly what ensure your brilliant AI system doesn't immediately crash the second a real customer tries to use it. Let's quickly contrast 2 of those right now. Docker versus the cloud. Docker is all about packaging your application so it runs identically anywhere. It totally solves that classic, well, it worked on my machine problem. The cloud, on the other hand, is the actual infrastructure. The servers, the storage, all the heavy lifting that your Docker packaged app is actually going to run on in the real world.
Next up, you need CI/CD, continuous integration and continuous deployment. This is the automation of your testing and deployment processes. Every single time you make a change to your code, CI/CD automatically tests it and pushes it live, instead of you having to do it all by hand. It's absolutely essential for consistent, safe shipping at scale.
And that brings us to a challenge completely unique to AI, MLOps. See, normal software either works or it crashes, but a deployed machine learning model, it can look perfectly healthy while quietly getting less and less accurate over time, because real-world data and user behavior are constantly changing. MLOps is uniquely necessary to monitor for and catch these hidden accuracy drops that normal monitoring simply never ever catches.
Let's just take a step back and look at the big picture for a second. If you try to learn RAG before you're comfortable with Python and SQL, you're literally fighting the fundamentals and the AI concept at the exact same time. You absolutely have to lay the tracks before you can drive the train.
And the exact same logic applies later in the roadmap too. Deploying before building, that just puts the cart before the horse. Skipping straight to Docker or CI/CD without having actually built a robust system using LangChain or APIs is completely out of order. Following the sequential nature of this roadmap is the absolute secret to learning this stuff without getting totally overwhelmed.
I know, looking at all 4 of these phases probably feels like a massive mountain to climb right now. But here is the genuinely good news. Every single topic we just covered on this roadmap already exists as a dedicated explainer right here on this channel. This roadmap isn't some list of 50 new things you have to go blindly search for across the internet. It is the exact order to go watch what is already waiting for you here.
So I guess the only question left is, are you going to keep drowning in the hype, or are you ready to follow the real path and actually build the future? If you want to take this journey, just drop a comment down below with the exact word roadmap, and we will pin the complete playlist for you in this exact order so you can follow it from start to finish. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any updates to the journey. Catch you in the next one.